check.
Woo. Head Coach.
Check. Yep.
Okay. So you should be good that way. We'll just have to go from there. Check.
Well, I would like to welcome everybody to the Georgetown Eagle Nation Coaches Show, hosted here at TXB on Williams Drive. We're on the back porch. Beautiful day with this cold front that's come through today, cool front that's come through today. So we're super excited to be here. We'd like to thank TXB for their hospitality and their sponsorship, and especially Jonna for bringing us some nice treats and stuff out here. Y'all swing on by when you get a chance. This is a really nice. It's not really a convenience store, it's a marketplace on their schemes and a slot T offense. So defense played really well. Offense struggled at times, but the kids learned a lot, and I think we learned a lot in the games before we start district. And then we'll look ahead towards Cedar Park. We've got Cedar Park at home this Friday night, and so we're expecting a large crowd, and we'll speak with Coach Griffin here in a little bit about that. But come up, and we'll interview a player or two, and then we'll have trivia, and then we'll close it out with our Booster Minute with Reg McConnell from the president of the Booster Club. So we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with you in a minute. All right, we welcome you back to the Eagle Nation Coaches Show. We're joined by Head Coach Chuck Griffin. Coach, it's always a bummer not getting the W. But non-district play, I got to think these student athletes learned a lot, and from some really good quality opponents. Defense looked well. What are your thoughts on 2 weeks ago?
Playing the number 10 in the state, number 10 team in the state. Let me say that right. And we had a chance to win, and that's great. Our defense played exceptional. I thought they played really, really good. Gave up 14 points to them, 17 points to them, and I think that's their lowest score total of the year. They've already had a game since then and put up 38. So, I think our defense played really good. They did a good job of just learning the game plan and what we need to do, being physical up front, which is something we needed to kind of check ourselves out on, how we were going to handle that, because we got a lot of youth up there. So I thought that was great. We left a couple of touchdowns on the board with a couple of penalties, and those are the things that we got to get over and stop making those kind of mistakes. But offensively, we did some good stuff too. Mm-hmm. We had a chance to really put a couple more touchdowns up there, and just weren't able to follow through with those. So, the kids always learn. Anytime you're in that, you hate to be sitting here and be 1-2. But you want to play quality opponents. Mm-hmm. You want to play teams that are tough and that are going to make you work. That's how you got to get ready for district play. And so I'm proud of our kids. They're working hard. Like I said, this is for most of them, this is the first shot at varsity football, and it's a lot faster, a lot more physical, and so they're beginning to figure that out. And we've had a good bye week, good couple of weeks of practice, and getting ready to move on to district play.
You got to give credit to your coaching staff, and I always love giving credit to this Georgetown coaching staff because they're so experienced. They've got so many playoffs under their belts, and Coach Pat, I think that's a big reason why we were able to hold Liberty Hill because he's seen this kind of stuff before.
Yeah, that was one of the reasons we chose Liberty Hill. I'm assuming they're going to be in our district here pretty soon, as they continue to grow. And, he's the only coach on staff that's ever coached against that. So I needed the rest of the staff to kind of figure that out as they get in our district and look at that. Our coaching staff, I can't speak enough about our coaching staff. Very blessed to have the guys we have on staff. Man, they care for kids. They love kids. They want to speak life into them, and they're really good football coaches to boot. So I'm excited about who we have on staff and what those guys are doing.
It's got to be fun for them because they see these youngsters coming up, and then finally they're on varsity, and they really get to coach them up on that varsity level. So, moving on, Cedar Park coming to Georgetown, mm-hmm. and I was at the Booster Club on Monday night, and you and your coaching staff are excited about the chances this year. Some changes over in Cedar Park. We've talked about the experience level at Georgetown. I think we can just brush that off now and say that we've got some really good experience now because we've had some really good. They've been challenged and on some good games. But now, Cedar Park comes to town. I'm personally excited to see this game and see how the kiddos first game in district want to get that first.
I guess they've won the district championship now probably 5-6 years in a row, maybe a little bit more. Mm-hmm. And so tackling them the first time, it was the only team we lost to last year in regular season. So taking them on the first game in district is always good and always a big, opportunity for us. I think our kids are prepared. I think they've had a really good week of practice, and now they just got to go out and execute and execute the game plan and let's go see what we can do.
Offensively, we've got great running backs as usual, mm-hmm. and then you throw Darson in there. He can always take it and hustle down the field. But then we've seen some flashes of greatness. You've got Dickman. You've got the other gentleman. I'm blanking on his name. Marquise on the left side, and he's had some incredible catches and he's learned a lot on that out there. And so there's been I can definitely see a lot of opportunity with our offense to air it out.
Yeah, we do. We've got some players out there, and we're growing in the offensive line and getting better up there, and we just got to continue to work and continue to get better and get on the same page, and we do. We've got those couple of young receivers out there doing really good. We got Hayden Deering is a senior receiver who's had a couple of big games and made some plays for us, And then our running backs of Devin Ross is a senior and being a leader and doing a great job there, and then Andrew Petter's just coming on each week as a sophomore and doing really good.
Yeah, and I know we're moving forward, but looking back, you've had just some incredible play from. I lost my train of thought. Yeah. So anyway, moving forward, it's going to be fun Friday night. I'm sorry that now I remember what I was going to. What are some players that are impressing you right now in the season that maybe we might not be talking about? Who should we be looking out for?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of them. Just because we haven't talked about them because we didn't know if they were going to be able to play or not.
Yeah.
But offensive line wise, we got 2 sophomores up there. Ian Sanders has played a good bit, and Boot, our move in from Louisiana, Jacob is doing a really good job. Then we had a junior, Broden Elliott, playing center and doing a good job, and then we have 3 seniors that are doing well. That's 6 guys, but they all kind of rotate in there, and that's Jeremiah Phillips at left tackle, Nick Fisher at right guard, and then Robert Schweitzer, who is our all guy. He plays center, he plays right guard, he plays left tackle, he plays everything. And those guys have done a really good job growing up and getting better. We've seen some really good stuff out of Michael Valenta, a sophomore on the defensive line, as well as Carson Guido, senior on the defensive line. And we had a senior step up. We've got Brandon Stovall, plays our other defensive end, has had some really big games and got a little tweaked up last week. And we had another guy that had to step in and play some. Jackson Waters is a senior, and he's just kind of had a rough career, had some injuries throughout his career and hadn't been able to play much, and he had a really good game last week as well.
So for the folks listening out there, can you give us a little bit of a sneak peek of what we might be expecting to see out of Cedar Park? What are you looking for?
Same old Cedar Park. They're running the ball a little bit more this year than they have the last 3 or 4, and it is because they had such a special guy at quarterback. They graduated, but Pell, their quarterback this year is really good. He can run the ball a little bit, so you're going to see a little more balanced running the football. I think they're about 47% run the ball, about 53% throw the football. So they're pretty close to being 50-50. So you'll see a little bit more, and that's something you haven't seen in a few years there. But they're good up front. They've got about 3 running backs that can really run. They've got a receiver outside that is special, and we got to have a good game plan for him. And then defensively, they're the same, man. They've got a nose guard and a defensive end that, they gave us fits last year, and they're both back. And those guys are really special. So we're going to have our hands full blocking those guys up front. Good inside linebacker, McAnally, and he does good. And then kind of the same old thing defensively. They're not going to change much. They got probably the best corner we'll see all year in the district, playing one of their corners. So they're going to be a good football team, well-coached football team.
Awesome. Friday night, 7 o'clock.
Yep.
Birkelbach. 2 weeks ago, you honored the veterans and first responders.
Yep.
Anything special we're looking for
this
week?
is blackout week, so
Okay.
we'll be in our all blacks, and hopefully
right.
everybody in the stands will be in all black, and we're going to go out there and try to handle the Cedar Park Timberwolves.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Coach. Good luck
You got
this
it.
Friday night, and we're looking forward to the broadcast.
Make sure you let Emily know I'm proud of her. That's
Yes,
awesome.
sir.
Her getting
Will
in
do.
A&M.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thanks, Dave.
Thank you. We'll be right back with a few player interviews. right, we welcome you back to TXB, the Eagle Nation Coaches Show here at TXB on Williams Drive. We're on the back porch, and we're joined by Nick Fisher. He's a right guard for your Georgetown Eagles. What year are you?
I'm a senior.
You're a senior.
Yes, sir.
On varsity. Have you been playing with the program all growing up? Or
yes, sir. I've been playing since I was a freshman. Yes,
freshman.
Sir. Yes,
have
sir.
you lived in Georgetown your whole life?
Yeah, I've been here ever since elementary school started. So.
Awesome. What are you enjoying most about this varsity year so far?
I think it's a lot of fun, like bonding the brotherhood that you do with your friends, and they almost become family with how much time you spend with them and all that. And I think you just develop a camaraderie like no other, and I think that's just the best part.
Yeah. What did you take away from the game too?
For CP, 4 district starts, and I thought we honestly played like that.
How much fun is it having those running backs and then Darson, who's mobile quarterback, to open up those running lanes for those kids and to, when you see them blast past you, and how much fun is that?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun just seeing them go up the open hole and just break free. It's a lot of fun seeing that.
Awesome. What plans do you have after high school?
I plan to just go to Arkansas is where I want to go right now. There's some other colleges in there that I have for backups, but I would like to go to Arkansas right now.
That's a good choice. So
yes,
big.
Sir. Yes,
they
sir.
They kind of took care of UT the other night.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that a whole lot, but well, what are you looking for out of Cedar Park?
I'm just looking for us as a team to really come together. I think we don't like where we are right now, 1-2. And I'm just looking forward to see how we play. And I think we're really getting we're a young team going into the season. I think we're not a young team anymore. We know who we are as a team. And I just am excited to see what happens.
Awesome. How's it feel to represent the G?
It feels great. I love it. It's just like walking around this town. You got something to always have on you and people looking up to you. So it's exciting.
Good stuff.
Yes, sir.
And we've probably got about 100,000 people out there. No, just kidding. Watching. But we like to do shout-outs. We've kind of forgotten about the shout-outs a little bit here lately.
Yes,
so folks listening in, who would you like to give some shout-outs to?
Shout out my parents, shout out the O-line, Trent, Bo, just my guys, all of them.
All right, well, good.
Nice to
good
meet
stuff.
you. Yes,
nice
sir.
to meet
Yes,
you,
sir.
and good luck with Cedar Park on
Yes,
Friday.
sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. All right, we welcome you back to Eagle Nation Coaches Show here at TXB on Williams Drive, and we're joined by Michael Valenta, a sophomore offensive guard, nose guard.
Yes, sir.
For the defense. How long have you lived in Georgetown? How long have you been playing the Georgetown program?
I moved here in middle school.
Middle
from
school?
The Woodlands, Texas.
Okay. And being a sophomore, how's it feel being up at varsity level, playing it on Friday nights?
It feels great. To be honest, I feel like the team's really helped me get used to it, and I feel like I fit in. The first game, I didn't really feel the nerves. I felt that we worked pretty hard in practice, and I was pretty prepared by the time game time came.
So what are your thoughts on the Liberty Hill matchup 2 weeks ago?
I think we did a great job from our scout team and everything. We planned pretty well. It was a different defense that we ran, but by Friday came, I think we did a great job, and we did pretty good defensively.
Yeah, defensively, that the post-game interview with Coach, that was the one thing he was super excited about was the defense did very well. It's different with that offense, obviously, and it's great having Coach Pat coaching you up for that. He's got some experience with that. But what a unique offensive, to go against. You've got to defend. And I'm looking at it. I'm trying to figure out where the ball's going. Who's got the ball? It's so fast paced. So how was that preparation?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't really – in the week going up to it, we didn't really do many reps against our varsity 1 team, our first strings, because there was no real point. We just Coach Taylor led the scout team. Coach Taylor and Coach Aguirre, they did a pretty good job of making the scout team look pretty accurate to what the actual offense looked like. And, I mean, yeah, the misdirection, like sometimes you just lose the ball, but I think our linebackers and secondary pursuit of the ball and the D-line just filling up gaps. We did a pretty good job stuffing it.
I believe so. Cedar Park's coming up this Friday night. Thoughts on Cedar Park? What are you looking forward to?
I mean, it'll be a fun game. I'm not really too worried about difficulties with any matchups. I mean, the defensive line's great. I mean, the offensive line we go up against every day is great, so I don't really have any worries about being outplayed, to be honest.
It's back to kind of the normal, what you're used to seeing with the spread offense and all that. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
A good mix of run pass, like Coach was saying. What? How does it feel representing the G?
It's great. It's definitely something new for me, but I mean, I really love this playing with this team. Like, we're all good friends, and I enjoy it.
Any plans after high school?
I mean, yeah, I would love to play in college, but I mean, I'm just starting.
Still getting,
Yeah, I'm
got
just
a couple more
getting started.
years.
Yes, sir.
Cool. So you're just starting that process where you're starting to look and, get interest in college. Well, got some folks out there listening in. I want to give you an opportunity to give some shout outs. So who do you want to give some shout outs to?
I just want to shout out my parents, my family, and then just the whole varsity team, just welcoming in me and the other sophomores, and I feel like we've adapted really well.
Awesome. Good stuff. Good luck on Friday night with Cedar Park.
Thank you, sir.
Nice to meet you. We'll be back with the Georgetown Eagle. We'll do some trivia, and then we'll blend that into the Booster Minute with Reg McConnell. As we're coming back here to the Eagle Nation Coaches Show, we're going to be joined by some football players behind us, a couple of folks from defense and a couple from offense, and we're gonna do some trivia. So y'all bunch in right here so we can get you on TV so all your friends can see you. All right, Reg is going to, thank goodness, Reg McConnell with the Eagle Booster Club president. He's going to help us out tonight. I'm running solo tonight, so he's been generous enough to come up with some cool trivia questions, and we'll see how we do. I've got the list of who's winning, but I left it in my backpack at the house. So, offensive, yep, we've had one. So,
all right, first question. Which team lost the Super Bowl 4 consecutive times?
The Bills.
Offense.
The Bills.
Offense. So, funny fact about that is when I was in junior high or high school, I can't remember, we used to say Bills stood for boy, I love losing Super Bowls. All right. Next question. Which team won the first Super Bowl ever?
Tell 'em. Green Bay.
That's correct. 2-0. 2-0. Hang on, I'm trying to scroll. All right, here's one. What Dallas Cowboy had his helmet stolen at the 1994 Super Bowl? You got to guess.
Troy Aikman.
Incorrect.
Herschel Walker.
He was famous. Emmitt Smith is the correct answer. All right, here's the last question. Defense, if you get it, we have a tie. Offense, if you get it, you win. What is a nickname DeAndre Hopkins is known by?
Nuke.
Defense was first. Got it.
What'd you say?
No, offense got it first. Sorry, offense got it first. So offense wins 3-1. Nuke.
All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. That's always fun having them come up here, and it's good stuff. It's funny how much they know at this age that they're really sports fanatics. It's good stuff.
For sure.
All right, Friday night, Birkelbach back home again, another home game. News from the Booster Club.
We're still going to have a tailgate this week.
Okay.
It's going to be pulled pork. We're going to try something a little new. We usually don't have people start getting there till about 5:30, so we're just going to serve at 5:30 this week.
Okay.
We're going to let the boys go through first, and then we'll serve after that.
And remind me again what time the boys kind of come through.
Around 5:30.
Around 5:30.
5:30ish.
Okay.
Right in there. Yes, sir.
That's a lot of fun for those of you that haven't been out there to see that. They come from the locker room and make their way out, and generally the band is there or the cheerleaders and stuff like that, and they make their way through, and the parents are there.
It's a lot of fun.
The tailgate is for everybody that bleeds blue. All of Eagle Nation is welcome. It's not just parents; it's everybody. If you're an Eagle Nation fan, come on out.
Yeah, and we don't have a set price. If you forgot your cash, that's okay, but we do take donations to just help cover the cost. We're not trying to make any money off of it. Just a time to get together, fellowship, and cheer on our boys as they come through to go to their locker room.
Awesome. How can folks get involved if they want to help out and get more engaged with the community?
Monday nights at 6, we have Booster Club meetings. They can come to that. We'll get you signed up. We can we vote on something almost every week. If you're signed up and you're a paid member, you can be a voting member. And then we have all kinds of ways to volunteer. We run a concession stand every Thursday night. We sell merchandise every Thursday and Friday night. So we have a lot of things that people can get signed up for and help us with.
And Thursday night, the games are at the practice field.
Yes, sir.
And so that's a great opportunity. If you're doing other things on Friday night and you're not able to get down underneath the stadium to get those items, you can come on Thursday night and enjoy a JV or a freshman game at home.
And it's a good brand of football too. I know I've said it before, but even the freshman B team, they play good football. It's a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, and Coach was saying at the meeting that the sub-varsity teams are doing very well this year.
Absolutely.
So
they're getting everybody going, and they look really good.
All right. Well, we've got a lot of good lighting on us right now. So anything else you can think of coming up this week?
That's it. Just come out, like Coach said, wear black, cheer for the boys in black, and let's get Cedar Park. We're doing one.
Awesome. Thank you, Reg. All right, as we close out our Eagle Nation Coaches Show, just want to thank TXB and Jonna for their sponsorship and hospitality here at TXB on Williams Drive. If you have an opportunity to come out, I told Jonna it kind of feels like a little Buc-ee's. It's a really neat store. It's not just your average gas station. It's a pretty cool place. Everybody come out Friday night, 7 o'clock. Come early, 5:30 for the Eagle Nation Tailgate and get some good food. And Eagle fight never dies.